teams were Saturday night. Rich Harden on the mound in front of more than 55,000. Biggest crowd in the big leagues this season. Top third, Harden pitching well. Ray Durham grounds to first. Scott Hatteberg stops it but makes the wild throw. That's an error on Hatteberg. Durham goes to second, and more importantly to the A's, Harden comes up lame. Watch him covering at first, falls and lands on the left side. He would leave the game with a partial dislocation of his left shoulder. Not good. Pitching staff getting thinner all the time. Again, more on that in a moment. Top third, A.J. Przinsky at the plate, and that is hit deep. Eric Burns on the case. Leaping athletics. That's a catch and a half. He gets the hat as well. Got a little bounce in his step. Why not? Top nine, 7-3 game. Octavio Dotel makes his Oakland debut, and he is greeted rudely by A.J. Przinsky. Welcome to the Bay Area. 3-run shot brings the Giants within one, 7-6. Still top nine, Davy Cruz up. That's off the left field wall. Cruz is going to cruise in for a double, so the bases now loaded for Michael Tucker. Needs a little something, he gets a little something. That is deep to left to the track. It'll go as a sacked fly. Cody Ransom scores, and we are tied up at 7. Dotel gave up 4 runs, but bailed out in the bottom of the 10th by Marco Scutaro. Bobby Keelty's coming in to score. That's your game winner. Dotel again gave up 4 in his debut, but he gets the win of all things. The A's win at 8-7. Now, before the game, the A's placed Tim Hudson on the 15-day disabled list with a strained abdominal muscle. Hudson himself called it a mild strain he could have pitched through. Oakland went the cautious route instead, but the A's expect their best righty to miss 2 starts.
America's team, the Devil Rays, hosting the Marlins. Lou Piniella's Rays have won 12 consecutive interleague games. That's only one shy of the Major League record, and a win Saturday would tie the Yankees. Their record streak stretched last season and this season. They won 13 in a row, and Tampa Bay could tie that mark with a win on Saturday. Top 4, Alex Gonzalez to center. Joey Gathride's out there. He's got all kinds of speed. Just needs to work on the timing a little bit. That one drops in for a triple. 2 runs come in, and the Devil Rays lead is cut to 4-3. Now, it was 4-4 in the 7th. Matt Parasho in to face Carl Crawford. There's Gathrite. As you can see, a whole lot of stolen bases in the minor leagues. This guy can flat out fly, and Parasho wants to keep him honest over there. Little throw over to Hesop Choi. The pickoff is a little late. This one again. In fact, let's go over there one more time. Parasho keeping an eye on Gathrite. Here's why. Finally pitches to Crawford, and there goes Gathrite, sure enough. His first Major League stolen base. He could have considerably more by the time he's done. Finally, Crawford going to get something to hit. Gathrite in scoring position after the stolen base, and sure enough, he scores. 5-4 Devil Rays in position now to win for the 15th time in 16 games. But in a jam, top 9, 2 outs. The bases are full here. Danny Baez facing Miguel Cabrera, and that'll do it. The Devil Rays win 6-4. They have won 13 interleague games in a row. That ties a Major League record. Lou Piniella has these Rays rolling.
Waited at the stadium. Saturday, the Subway Series actually got started. We want to just say a big happy 30th birthday to Derek Jeter.
No respect.
I'm sorry.
No respect.
It's not Jeter? Oh, sorry. Top second, scoreless game. Todd Zeal up. Jorge Posada throws it to third, gets away. Richard Hidalgo is going to come in to score, and that's how the Mets took a 1-0 lead, but not for long. Mets up 2-0. Gary Sheffield at the plate, layered down, and smack 'em, yak 'em. 11th of the season. This one good for 2 runs, and we are tied up at 2 runs apiece. Top 4, 2 on. Brad Halsey against Jason Phillips. That's hit down the line sharply. Past third, Ty Wigginton comes in to score. Phillips cruises into second with the double. Metropolitans up 3-2. 2 batters later. 4-2. Kaz Matsui at the plate. Halsey looks like he has Jose Reyes picked off. Watch the arrow. Jason Giambi takes the throw to try to prevent Phillips from scoring. From third, Reyes ends up at second. Infield in. Runners at second and third. Kaz Matsui hits it past Miguel Cairo for the base knock. 2-run score. 6-2 Mets. Next batter, Mike Piazza. Doing what Mike Piazza does. Driving in runs. Single to left brings in Kaz Matsui. Mets up 7-2. They go on to win it 9-3 with the doubleheader coming up on Sunday.
Phillies at Fenway. Red Sox starter Bronson Arroyo not getting a whole lot of help, facing Todd Pratt here in the 2nd inning. And the wheels just come off at Fenway Park for the Old Town team. Singles to center. Johnny Damon, the passion. He'll throw to third. The ball hits a sliding Jason Michaels right in the foot, right there. Bounces past Kevin Youkilis towards the dugout. Michael scores. That's an error on Damon. 2-0 Phillies. Arroyo would allow 7 runs. Only 2 of them would be earned. Yeah, that's not very fundamentally sound. Top 4, Jimmy Rollins. And this time, Arroyo hurts his own cause. The ball goes right off to him. Michael scores, and everybody is going to be safe. Error on Arroyo. 3-1 Phillies. 2 batters later, it's Bobby Abreu. With runners on second and third, Kevin Millar boots it. Todd Pratt scores. Rollins as well. 5-1 Phillies. Error on Millar. Red Sox season high 4 errors, leading to 5 unearned runs. And then you got to deal with Jim Thome. 13 homers this month, 2 shy of the club record. This is his 26th. That leads the majors. The Red Sox lead the majors in unearned runs allowed, 54. The Phillies win 9-2. Thome with 10 homers in
the Freeway Series. Top 1, no score for Vlad Guerrero. And you're so not catching that. 2-run shot, 19th of the season, and it's 2-0 Halos just like that. Bottom half of the inning, still 2-0. 2 on for Adrian Beltre. O-U-T out. 3-run shot for him. Take that. 3-2 Dodgers. Beltre's 17th on the season. Top 6. Angels down 5-3. Here comes Vlad again, and here comes inside Wilson Alvarez. A little chin music. Watch it one more time. Normally Vlad might swing at that. He almost got hit. Walk in the AB. Next batter, Garrett Anderson. That's with 1 tee, and he tees off. 2-run poke off Alvarez to tie the game at 5. Top 8, 5-all game. Anderson up one more time, and that's Garrett Anderson's souvenir distributor. 2-run shot, 2 homers on the game for him. Dodgers have lost 6 in a row.
Padres in Seattle looking for their 5th straight win. Top 3, nobody out. Ron Vallone facing Sean Burrows to short. Rich Aurelia to third to get Khalil Green, but Jim Joyce, no, he's safe. Bob Melvin, your thoughts? Let's check out the replay. Spezio clearly gets Khalil Green out. Joyce may have missed that one. Next batter, Mark Loretta. Vallone throws a wild pitch. Green comes in to score, so that was a big play. It's 1-0 San Diego. Bottom 3, 2 on, 2 out. Edgar, hard single up the middle. Ichiro comes in. Plenty of speed. He'll score easily from second, and we're tied at 1. Bottom 6, top play nominee here for Spezio. To right, Martinez going to try and score. Brian Giles throws him out at home. Edgar Martinez, not exactly a gazelle. Same inning, Holbert Cabrera. A 3-run shot, his second this year. It's 4-1 Seattle. Bottom 7, Shigetoshi Hasegawa facing Miguel Ojeda, and he rings him up. The Mariners are safe. They're out of the inning. They win 7-3. They snap. Bottom 6, Kevin Mensch. That's a Mensch. Solo shot is 7th. 7-3 Rangers. That one off of Kirk Bollinger. Frank Francisco now in there facing Carlos Beltran. Francisco walks Beltran to load him up for the next batter, Lance Berkman. The bases are loaded, and Berkman will clear the bases with the Astros down 7-4. Craig Biggio, Adam Everett, and Beltran all score. Berkman's big hit here has tied the game at 7. Back come the Astros. 2 batters later, Jeff Bagwell. Alfonso Soriano, the diving stop, and he throws to first. I'm going to make that a top play nominee. Soriano also 4 for 5 at the plate. Bottom 8, Hank Blaylock. Hammering Hank Blaylock on fire. His 18th makes it 8-7 Texas. Blaylock 4 for 5. He's hitting .483 over his last 15 games. Top 9, Francisco Cordero rings up Berkman, his 22nd save and 24 chances. Texas has won 8 in a row. The Rangers have themselves an 8-game winning streak tied for the 3rd longest in team history. During the streak, they're scoring nearly 7 runs a game, hitting .316 as a team, and pitching rather un-Ranger-like. Texas also 13 games over 500 for the first time since the end of the 1999 season.
I-70 Series Part 2 there in Missouri. That's Missouri, not Missouri. Remember that. Dennis Reyes pitching for the Royals in this one against John Mabry. Mabry handcuffed, grounds it back to Reyes, who falls but makes the play. And it got us thinking back to the 2001 All-Star game. Who can forget Tommy Lasorda nearly taken out by a bat?
Yeah.
Really
those were good times.
Nothing to do with this game whatsoever, but it is entertaining, we have to admit. Top 7, game tied at 1, Reyes against Mike Matheny. And Reyes having a little trouble keeping his bearings. The equilibrium appears to be a little bit off. He just flat out fell when he made the pitch. Tony Pena comes out, finds that a little amusing because his guy's okay. Reyes would stay in the game with a runner at first. Mike Matheny strikes out. Roger Cedeno thrown out, and Reyes back on the turf once again. The Follies, bottom 9, back to the game. 1-all game. Reyes actually pitched very well. Julian Tavares gets Mike Sweeney. Sweeney lines it to Renteria. David DeJesus is out second. Top 10, Renteria batting with a runner on third. That's an RBI knock. Albert Pujols comes in. Pujols scored 2 of the 3 Cardinal runs, and St. Louis now 7-1 in interleague play this season. How about the Cubs and the White Sox? Fans already entertained, but the marketing department taking a direct assault at the north side.
A comparison.
That is outstanding work by the White Sox marketing folks. Bottom 3, no score, 2 outs, 2 on for Carlos Zambrano pitching. And you know, just like Britney Spears, that ball is no longer in play. Paul Konerko, 3-run shot, his 19th of the year, and the Sox up 3-0. 2 batters later, ditto. Joe Creedy this time, 2-run shot, his 11th. Sox take a 5-0 lead. Zambrano, he got lit up a little bit. Bottom 7, 5-3 Sox. Francis Beltran pitching. Jose Valentin, that'll leave the yard as well. His 15th. Sox go on to win it 6-3. They even up the series at 1 apiece so far. Second night of Metrodome air conditioning. 4th inning, up 1-0, 2 on. Nobody out for Jeff Leefer. Deep to right, and that is a fair ball and out. 4-0 Brewers. Leefer's first homer of the season. He was one of 6 Brewer hitters with at least 2 hits. Top 5 still 4-0. Brew crew 2 on. No outs for Lyle Overbay. What a revelation Overbay has been. Gapper to left center brings in 2. 6-0 Brewers in Overbay's league leading 30th double of the season. Victor Santos pitching well from Milwaukee. It's Jock Jones on a check swing. Joe Mauer, the rookie, got nothing for that. Top 6, 2 outs. Full defense. A great diving stop by Luis Rivas to rob Junior Spivey. Then the 7th. Brewers up 7-0. Couple on for Torrey Hunter, and they'll stay right there. Santos gets him with the strikeout. Brewers get a 7-2 win.
Diamondbacks stuck in a 7-game losing streak, teeing it up in Detroit Saturday night. Bottom 5, Alex Sanchez against Casey Fossum. Drops one down, slides into first, and he's injured himself. Another look, Sanchez would have to leave a mild right hamstring strain. He is day-to-day, we're told. Bottom 7, as Sanchez exits, here's Omar Infante, and he exits the baseball off of Scott's service. Infante, his 6th of the year, is a big one. It ties it at 6. Bottom 9, Eric Munson. Watch this. Say hello to a little frat. 457 feet, the longest home run in Comerica Park history. A walk-off that wins it 7-6. Are pending. Kazuhito Tadano comes in for Sabathia, and this guy was just throwing some gas. Gets Preston Wilson, rings up Matt Holliday. Tadano allowed 1 run on 4 hits over 6. He struck out 9, making him look silly. Top 8, 3-1 Tribe, 2 on for Royce Clayton. Chops one to the right side.
Second base. Somebody's
Nobody covers the bag. Rockies would go on to tie on a sac fly. 3-3 in the 10th. They're loaded. Preston Wilson. Big spot. Not so much. 6-3 double play. The Indians can breathe again. Wilson went 0 for 6 in the game. Struck out 3 times. Left 6 on base. Bottom 12. Ben Broussard into the gap. Jody Garrett scores, and the Indians come back and win it in 12-4-3. But again, they got to be concerned about CC Sabathia. MRI results are pending on his shoulder.
Braves and Orioles wearing retro unis. Baltimore brought back former manager Ray Miller for his 3rd tour of duty as the team's pitching coach, perhaps in honor of the old unis. Miller's catcher, Javi Lopez, hit a .187 with runners in scoring position this season. And in the 4th, there you see 2 runners in scoring position. There you see Lopez swinging and missing. Both runners stranded. Still 2-0 Braves in the 6th. There's Lopez delivering with a single, but with 2 outs and nobody on, and that's kind of the problem. Lopez, with no one on, is a .366 hitter this season. Bottom 8th, O's with runners again on 1st and 2nd, 1 out for Javi Lopez, first pitch from John Smoltz, and that's not going to bring in anybody. That's a 6 and a 4, and I see a 3 coming. There it is. Lopez continues to struggle. He is hitting .307 overall, just not driving in folks like maybe he ought. Braves up 5-0 in the ninth. Brian Roberts pop foul ball. Nick Green is hustling. Nick Green has a tarp in his path, and Nick Green is face planting like no one really should ever have to. Right over the tarp and nose into the wall. Actually, he's fine. He's not actually smiling. At least he still has his teeth. Braves win at 5-0. Ortiz's first win of the month. Intra-league ball in Cincy. Bucks and Reds. Oliver Perez winless in his last 6 starts, but Oliver was a one-man army Saturday night. In order, Ryan Friel, Ken Griffey Jr., Willie Mopena go down. Count the strikeouts with us.
So far it's 5.
That's 5. Watch Griffey. He's frozen there in the breaking ball. That's number 6. There's 7, and you saw 8, and then in the 5th, bases loaded, 2 outs. Perez against Sean Casey. He can hit a little bit. That's hitting there, though. Perez fired up. Plenty more strikeouts. Griffey's going to get it again. Griffey just 1 for 23, no homers, no RBIs, and 7 strikeouts since hitting his 500th. And Perez cruising in this one. 12, and there's 13 strikeouts. In the ninth, Randall Simon. Somebody's hitting the ball. That is a bleacher reacher off Todd Jones. Homer number 1 of the season for Simon. In the ninth, Jose Mesa against Griffey. Told you about his struggles. That is deep, but I think I already told you what happened. He's out. Pirates win it 1-0. No decision for Perez after all that work.
College World Series Championship, Cal State, Fullerton, and Texas. Augie Garrido and George Horton reunited. Garrido, of course, the former Titans coach, now in Austin. Bottom 5-2 on. Seth Johnston facing Ricky Romero to right. Bobby Andrews with a wild throw here. 2 runs will come in. It's 3-3. Johnston goes to third. He would later score on a sacrifice fly. We go to the 6th inning. Let's bring in J. Brent Cox in relief, and he's in a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out, facing Neil Walton. Oh, comes up with a big strikeout there. Next batter, yep, he's gone. Ronnie Prettyman is up. Needs a ground ball here. Just throw ground balls. 1, 2, 3, and J. Brent Cox comes in, bases loaded, nobody out, and gets out of it. Top 7, Danny Dorn. Embrace the ping to left, and it's going to drop in there. Justin Turner come in, Clark Hardman as well, and Cal State Fullerton now leads 5-4. The toilet is working. Bottom 7, Ryan Russ to third. Prettyman, oh, full extension, and he sticks the landing, a top play nominee, a pretty play, if you will. Bottom 9, Texas down 6-4, 2 on. Drew Stubbs already with 4 strikeouts in the game. Strikes out for the 5th time. Mike Martinez there, and then Martinez gets Seth Johnston to ground out. Cal State Fullerton wins 6-4. Mike Patrick and Harold Reynolds called it on ESPN.